Hi, this is episode 29 of Crondos. I'm your host, Jordan Hudgens. I'm a Ruby dev and the CTO of the DevCamp platform. On Thursdays, I like to discuss items in the news and specifically how they apply to the development community. And today I'm going to talk about the question of, should I learn to code? This question was sparked by the controversial post on TechCrunch by Basil Farag, where he urges users not to learn coding. As the founder of a Rails bootcamp, you may think that my reaction would be to spout off a full list of the reasons why everyone should learn how to code, because that's good for business, right? However, I went through his post in detail, and I also reviewed a slew of other response posts that called for Basil's head, essentially, denouncing him as a modern-day heretic. After going through all of the contents, I can say that my belief is that both sides of the argument have valid points that really should be considered. Starting with the belief that not everyone should learn how to code. Basil proposes that coding is hard, which it really is. And therefore, the dream that you can take a few online tutorials and become a professional developer is a lie, and he's 100% right. Development, especially true production application development, is very hard, and it takes years of study to become truly proficient. It's not enough to simply learn how to build an application that lets users create records in a database from a form and just expect that all to work. A professional dev needs to have expertise in managing dependencies between code libraries, working with object-oriented programming best practices, have clean code, implement automated tests for continuous development, know how to transition seamlessly between various frameworks, and the list goes on and on and on. In fact, even though I'm a professional developer and have worked for clients as big as Eventbrite and Chevron, I spend several hours a day going through development books and online guides to simply keep up with all the new coding techniques and systems that are continually emerging. So all of that to say, Farag is 100% right. If you want to become a professional developer, you have a challenging road ahead of you, but if you make it through, you're going to have gained a tremendous skill that you'll be in demand for by a number of different industries. Now, on the opposite side of the argument that says that everyone should learn how to code, I really appreciated the VentureBeat article from Edward Chu, where he describes how he went through a coding boot camp and he didn't become a professional developer. However, he did get a great job as a sales engineer that he never would have gotten if he wouldn't have learned coding. This is a side of the argument that's ignored all too often. Learning to code does not mean you have to become a professional developer, but it can give you a completely new skill set that can be used across many different jobs. Steve Jobs said it best when he said, "I think everyone in this country should learn how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think." Jobs hits the nail on the head. Learning how to code is not simply a prerequisite for becoming a professional developer, even though that can happen as well. But it gives your mind a system for structured thinking that you can apply across all disciplines. From a personal example, I used to have a hard time taking notes. I'd randomly write down words all over a page without really any coherent flow, and when I'd look back at them later, they'd be completely useless to study from. However, after I learned how to code, I started actually taking my notes in code form, just to give them structure. I'd set up loops for repeating items, classes to hold a topic's attributes and processes, and return statements for the end results of whatever I was trying to learn. That may sound a little bit nerdy, and it probably is. However, it gave me an organized system for taking notes and learning new topics. In summary, I hope that this balanced view has helped you answer the question of, should I learn how to code?